Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central, CFL content for the fans, by the fans. We have a bit of an interesting video coming here, as former Winnipeg Blue Bomber Adam Bighill has signed with the Calgary Stampeders. He's going to be on the practice roster as of right now. Calgary with a bye week this week. This was breaking as of, I think, a day or two ago. Weren't sure if we were going to do a video on it. Decided just recently, just on actually on our preview of our week 4 picks. So you should check that out, that we were going to do this. But make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Do hit the like
4
button.
days ago, to be exact.
A ton. And make sure you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, so that
Ding.
way it notifies you when he did the sound effect that goes in all those videos. So that way I'll let you know when we upload. So Adam Bighill, at the rightful age of 36, goes and joins the Stampeders. Now, the interesting thing of note here is that the Stampeders' next game is actually against Winnipeg in the brand new Stampede Bowl, which I guess is going to be whenever Winnipeg and Calgary play against each other. We'll be calling it the Stampede Bowl. It's just kind of something they brought in this year. They made a trophy for it. And I'll put it this way. Even though I wasn't exactly calling for this, being like, we need a Stampede Bowl, I'd like to be the first one to win it. So that's the hope for my Bombers. But let's see, what can the impact of Adam Bighill be for the Stampeders? Now, one thing I want to talk about firstly is Adam Bighill going just a few seasons back. So if we look last year, Adam Bighill he played 10 games and got 48 defensive tackles with 1 sack. Was particularly good in short yardage. He would never let you jump over. You'd always have to go around, as there was kind of, if you've ever seen the meme of like the guy like smashing through, jumping through the window. It's from like the Simpsons. And people would just be like, absolutely no one. Adam Bighill in short yardage, and it's just him diving through. I think I've seen him do like a sunset flip power bomb on a guy that way. So, but yeah, Adam Bighill, big short yardage guy. Yeah, played 10 games, then 48 defensive tackles. And injuries recently have been a bit of an issue. Even if we go back to 2023, he plays 17 games with 74 defensive tackles. Now, the thing of note here, so he got 4 sacks in that season, was that he was not healthy in the postseason. Now, I'm not sure if which game he got roughed up in. I think it was the West Final or whatever, but or even potentially before that, because he may have missed that last game. I can't remember, but they played him in the Grey Cup, and Adam Bighill was absolutely not 100% here at that point in the Grey Cup against the Alouettes. Now, I can't remember what touchdown it was in that game, but there's one touchdown where Adam Bighill totally gets burnt on a play he normally wouldn't, but because he was dealing with a leg injury, he just wasn't able to keep up. So injuries have been a bit of an issue, which is why Winnipeg decided not to re-sign him. I think they may have offered him something, but it might have been just a bit too low, because I can't imagine Winnipeg was offering a ton, despite the fact that Adam Bighill, he's been in Winnipeg for a while, ever since 2018, was over in BC before then, spent a little bit of time with the New Orleans Saints in the NFL, but all in all, Adam Bighill has been a staple of this league, especially if we want to talk about his first year in the league, 2011, 12 games played, only 7 defensive tackles, 22 special teams tackles, so kind of earned his spot then defensively, and recorded then just the next year career high sacks with 9, and got 104 defensive tackles. In terms of recent years, he was kind of in the averaging around 70 defensive tackles per year. And so if we divide that by 18 games, 70, so he's averaging about 0.257 tackles a game. If we look at last year, he was just a little bit under that at 0.208 with the 10 games that he had played. Again, with just the 1 sack there. Keeping him healthy is being a bit of a concern. But if we compare him to the guy that Calgary's been playing so far, so now Markel Lee is that guy. He is now being put onto the 6th game. So maybe this is another reason why Calgary thought that, going out and grabbing themselves a middle linebacker would be good. Adam Bighill, veteran of this league, made it clear after the Bombers they couldn't come to an agreement that He was not retiring. It kind of looked like he was going to retire, as it looked like he had kind of moved on to some other stuff. But again, he had not formally closed the door, and obviously he hadn't, because he then eventually signs here with Calgary. Markel Lee, he's 29 years old. He's only had 2 seasons with the Stampeders. Just last year, played 3 games, 5 defensive tackles, 3 special teams tackles. This year, in 2 games, he has 15 defensive tackles, being a starter. And now is on the 6th game. So Calgary kind of in a bit of a need there. Now, one thing I do want to check out is Markel Lee, his football database stats. Just to see here. But for the football database, played in the NFL for quite a while. Played for the Oakland Raiders for 2017 through 2019. Then in 2021, he played for the Buffalo Bills, as well as then the Las Vegas Raiders. Only actually played games for Vegas. Didn't play any games for Buffalo. At least it appears. Yep. And then he played in 2022 with the Buffalo Bills, and then actually played for the Arlington Renegades of the UFL just last year in 2024. He played 10 games there and then went over to the Stampeders. His and then in the NFL kind of had a bit of time here and there. Never actually did record an NFL sack. But if we're looking at his time in the UFL, which would be, a closer equivalent to the CFL, in 10 games there, he had 33 solo tackles, 18 of like other tackles and gang tackles and whatnot, for a total of 51 tackles. And so all in all, he's been decent. But again, with him being on the 6th game, Calgary looking for a bit more stability there. Adam Bighill comes in. So Rick, what are your thoughts on this? Obviously, I know you're kind of hoping for me to go more off on it, being a Bomber fan. But what do you think of this move by the Stampeders?
I mean, I thought he might have gotten signed in the offseason, but that didn't happen. And sometimes with these players getting released and signed type thing, you almost have to wait till, the perfect moment and then go and sign them. Like until the player officially comes out and says, I'm officially retired, the player's still active out there. As far as the Bighill signing for Calgary goes, the one thing that stands out to me is the loss of Markel Lee. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm just pulling up the
CFL profile
numbers.
Yep.
So he has 15 tackles in 2 games.
Yep. Like I said.
And then he goes on the 6th game. So, I mean, with Adams' veteran presence, I think that will help them in the linebacker position. Why other teams didn't sign him before now is
anyone's mystery.
I want to say maybe age caught up to him.
Age and I think the injury problems that he's had specifically in the last 2 seasons. Again, it's not like he has a long history of that. As I mean, I can count at least 4 or 5 seasons he's played in the CFL where he's played all 18 games. And then even all the other ones that he's played, 12 games, 16 games, 17 games, 17 games, 17 games, 10 games, 14 games. Like, he's played the majority of most seasons. It's not like he's just been consistently out. It's just kind of been more of a recent phenomenon. But I understand it. And, he is 36 years old. Not the tallest guy, 5'9". They have him listed as number 1 on the website. And he actually already has a new picture, surprisingly. We'll see if he actually ends up wearing that on the field. If he does, I will say, going to be a bit of a strange.
So apparently,
yeah.
Just looking at the Stampeders roster, if you have 3 global players on your practice squad, you can carry 14 players on your practice squad.
Oh.
I thought it was only 10, but apparently you can carry 14.
Interesting. Is there anything else you got there, Rick?
Nothing from me, my friend.
Yeah. No, I think all in all, I think this is a good move by the Stampeders. You know, when one guy kind of goes out for injury, kind of at least having a capable guy to go in there is definitely something that you want.
So
in terms of if he sticks around long term, in terms of after if Lee comes back, if he's still playing, I think will just kind of depend on performance.
So their next 5 games, they have Winnipeg at home, at Saskatchewan, Winnipeg on the road, Montreal at home, Red Blacks on the road, and then Winnipeg at home. So there's at least 3 losses just with Winnipeg games. And
Are you not giving them any chance against Winnipeg?
listen, when
Hey,
Vernon
I love my
can't-
Bombers too. I'm asking you.
Listen to my theory. If Vernon Adams can't throw a goddamn touchdown, you ain't fucking winning garbage. Like Luke Williams says, hot, and Milt Siegel, hot friggin' garbage.
Fair enough. Well, Rick has made his opinion known. But I think that's all I got.
You know what?
If
you can't throw touchdowns, your team ain't gonna win squat unless you get defensive touchdowns or running touchdowns. But no, that's all I have.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below what you guys think about this. Good signing, bad signing, in the middle, not sure. Let us know. We'd appreciate it. We would appreciate to hear back on that. So peace, love, and positivity, and we will see you guys in the next one.